Hey, what's good, my fellow masters? Just a quick video here to cover some news. Coming a tad bit earlier than I was personally expecting, the Heian-kyo pre-release campaign was just officially announced. It will run from November 9th, 2000 PST through to November 16th. There is mention that the actual Heian-kyo chapter is expected to release in late November, but no official date yet. However, based on the FGO panel scheduled for November 19th at Anime NYC, we can probably speculate for it to be around that time. Now, since this is part of the main story arc and is considered Lost Belt 5.5, the unlock requirement is to have cleared the Olympus Lost Belt. But clearing these pseudo-singularities is not necessary. However, it is recommended to clear Pseudo-Singularity 3, Shimosa, to avoid story-related spoilers. The campaign itself is relatively simple. During this pre-release, there are several servants that will grant double friend points if selected as support servants or are selected from your support lineup. So if you haven't already taken advantage of our newly expanded support lineups, then this would be a good opportunity to get that set up with any or all of these servants if you have them. The other part of the campaign is the release of 3 new rank-up quests. SSR Berserker Sakata Kintoki gets an upgrade. It deals more damage to a single target and has an added effect of reducing the target's buster resistance by 30% for a couple of turns. The SR Kato Danzo also gets an MP upgrade. It now provides a 3-turn party-wide buster performance increase of 20%, on top of an overall increase to her AoE MP damage. And lastly, we have Banana Oni, SR Ibaraki Doji. Her second skill is now targetable and gets a bunch of additional effects, increasing their crit damage for a turn, and if specifically used on a Shuten Doji ally, it increases their attack, plus provides a 20% NP charge to Ibaraki if Shuten Doji is on the field. Quite fitting given how much Banana Oni adores Shuten. So if you have any of these servants, then look forward to these buffs and the SQ rewards that come with these quests. There is also a pickup summon banner for this pre-release campaign, featuring the 3 aforementioned servants getting rank ups, plus Raiko. The limited SSR Berserker Minamoto no Raiko is still a potent AoE buster unit in my opinion. She has a couple of niches, being anti-demonic and against servants with either the earth or sky attributes. Raiko can also soak up stars and dish out some crit damage when needed. All in all, if you don't have a strong AoE Berserker option, Raiko is a very solid choice. That said, if it's possible to wait until about June next year, then Morgan will be available, and she has some pretty nice advantages over Raiko. Or if you already have Arjuna Alter, then you're just good as is. Raiko will have another rate up in the future if you still want her regardless, but can't spend the SQ at the moment. The limited SSR Berserker Kintoki is one of Raiko's 4 Heavenly Kings, and as opposed to Raiko's AoE MP, Kintoki has a single target one. And with his latest MP rank up, he stands at the top of NP damage among ST Berserkers on a per NP level basis, naturally not factoring any trait bonuses. What stands out to me is Kintoki's 50% NP battery, which can be very helpful dealing with these 90+ farming nodes we are seeing more and more of. The rest of his skills are fairly simplistic compared to more recent servants though, so that's a bit of a downside. Still, despite that, I think he's quite solid for those situations where you need a universal heavy hitter with a 50% battery. But if you're saving quartz, then don't worry, as there are other options coming up in the future, plus Kintoki will have another rate up around November of 2023. Then we have the 2 SRs on rate up for this banner. The story-locked AoE Buster Assassin Kato Danzo. Her NP, even with a rank up, is not the most damaging among AoE assassins, but rather what I think is most interesting about Danzo are her targetable evasion skill and targetable invincibility skills. Add in an anti-demonic niche from her NP's overcharge effect, and Danzo can be useful in certain situations. However, if you really need an AoE assassin, then the Little Big Tango event expected in January will provide the free 4-star Kichi Hogan. But I can understand if you're tempted to roll for Danzo since she is story locked, and this appears to be her last rate up for the time being. I don't have her, and will probably try rolling for a copy, but I'm still mulling it over. And then there is the single target Berserker Ibaraki Doji. What I found from using Banana Oni is that she's surprisingly resilient towards normal attacks, thanks to her beefy defense skill and ability to heal herself. Unfortunately, she does lack a hard defensive option to survive an enemy NP. Her new rank up is nice, but it can be inconvenient since Ibaraki has to be paired up with Shuten to take full advantage of it, especially the 20% NP battery, which I think Banana Oni sorely needs. Regardless, if you don't have other single target Berserker options in your roster, she can fill the role adequately. But I wouldn't roll on this banner specifically for her, as she is permanent and can be summoned on nearly any banner. Well, that's it for the Heian-kyo pre-release campaign. I suspect that we will also be getting an announcement for our 19 million downloads campaign as well in the next few days. If you're rolling on this banner, then all the best to you. If I decide to roll for Danzo, it will be with just Raiko in the rotation, so it probably won't be until the 12th, I suppose. Anyways, thank you as always for watching. And please don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Cheers, everyone.